Good evening, good morning, and good night. Welcome to Inappropriate Radio. It's your host, Shauna. Let's get into this. So, hi guys. I hope all is well, first of all. I just want to say this before we continue. I'm not a prophet. I am not a preacher. I'm not even a prophet. I'm not a pastor. I do not declare or deem myself anything that bears a title associated with any religious groups. What I am is a bearer of truth and light. I intercede on people's behalves, and I receive visions and dreams, and I have the gift of mediumship, and I have several of the I'm not gonna say that. I'm clairvoyant. I'm all the audience, right? I'm all the clairs, if you will. Clairvoyant. You are not obligated to believe me, and I am not saying this in a nice, nasty manner. I am not saying this in any kind of way, but the way that I'm saying it, okay? You don't have to take anything that I say or put out at any value, not at face value. You don't even have to take it with a grain of salt. But what I do encourage you to do is to do your own research and to take every little thing I say back to the Most High. I never declared myself a prophet. I've had a lot of people come to me and tell me how, you did this, you did that. I thank you if it wasn't for you. I don't take pride in taking God's glory. Let me just say that God used me. I'm a vessel, as there are tons of other vessels of the Most High all over this earth. Not just in my city, not just in my state, not just in my country, all over the world. We all have callings over our lives. The thing is, not everyone is going to answer that call in this dimension, in this time frame. Maybe someone who has gotten the call has probably gotten the call their last 3 or 4 lifetimes, and they're just now finally deciding to answer. People are atheists, or they have been indulging in dark, lower level things that are mainly associated with everything but the kingdom, like the world and the underworld, attempting to manipulate the spiritual world. Maybe those people have souls that need to be shifted over into light. I think it is very important for each of us all to be reminded of how connected everything is, okay? I am not the orchestrator of anything. I am but a little small piece of rice in a grain field, right? In a rice farm. I'm one little small piece. But I know that my one little small piece can be responsible for an entire corner being uplifted, and things that should no longer be being uprooted. And when I am given instruction, I will follow, because I want my reward from the Most High. There is nothing in this plane, on this realm, in this dimension, that I need so much or desire so much that I will ignore the Most High, because He has already shown me what it is that I am entitled to, what it is that I will get when I work for Him and Him solely, and what it is that I need to be doing on a day-to-day basis to get to where He needs me to go. That is my responsibility as a person. I don't have to do that. I can decide to use my free will to act out and engage in things that have absolutely nothing to do with the reason why God put me here. That would be my choice, as is yours. We all have our own desires, wishes, thoughts, and the God governs, our hearts, but the devil can play a mind trick on you, and they're both battling for your spirit. But the Creator is in charge of everything. He even created the underworld. So if you just wanted to take any advice, know that rocking out with the Most High, the Creator, the Lord of all Lords, might behoove you, right? It may behoove you to tap in with the highest of all highs as opposed to the lower level energies. Now, a lot of this, because this topic is just simply about me encouraging you all to go back and take everything back to the Creator and just really simply trying to connect the dots for you. I'm not really going into a topic about science right now per se, but mainly just about the spiritual world and how it can easily be manipulated. Especially illusions can be created for people who don't have spiritual eyes, right? Who don't have spiritual ears, who don't know the difference between having a relationship with the Most High and being of the world. There's a fine line, but there's a great distinction. And even if you're a person who's negative, you know that there's a distinction. You may be on the wrong side of things, but you're aware of that distinction. So I think it's really important to just stay tapped in to what it is that the Most High is telling you. If you don't know, I recommend that you pray, you fast, you write it down, and you really, really open up your heart and your mind to what it is that the Most High can gift you with. And these gifts are not always tangible. I can't tell you how many times my spiritual gifts has opened and closed doors that needed to be opened and closed. And without those gifts, I would probably be in the same situation for years on end. And sometimes even when you are spiritually sound and aware, the Most High will still leave you in a certain situation until He's ready to move you. And hopefully while you're there, you're learning and soaking up as much as possible. I'm grateful in my abilities to convey. I'm grateful for my abilities to intercede. I'm grateful for my ability to love genuinely, unconditionally, even people that set out to harm me. I was looking at a few videos. I do prophetic videos. I look at tarot card videos. I look at scientific research. I look at ancient history. I look at everything, right? And I pull everything together. Then I do my own research. And then I go to God and I say, okay, what are we talking about today? And then He's like, okay, this is the topic. And then I relay all of everything that I've learned. And then I go to Google. Then I go to Google Scholar. Then I pull up certain books. If I have to, I go to the Bible and the Quran. And I feed myself the information to see how it sits in my spirit first before I regurgitate it. And not only does that give me the ability to learn and conceptualize it, it also gives me the opportunity to know if this is something that the Most High is actually wanting me to discuss, because He will give it to me in a way that I can relate it to spirituality, and He'll allow me to see Excuse me if I'm referring to the Most High as a gender, as in he. I don't want to say it, but y'all know what I'm saying, okay? And for the most part, this keeps coming up because a lot of people might feel that I'm like a fraud or a fake, and that's okay. We don't have to subscribe to the same things. We don't have to be tapped into the same awareness and understanding. But what's not cool is to pull down other people that the Most High has put in place for particular reasons. I know what I was instructed to do for a very long time now. And I also know the tools that I have been equipped with were given to me to fight the very battle that I'm in the midst of right now, which is mainly to make sure that those souls that I'm supposed to reach, that those people I'm supposed to heal, that those people I'm supposed to connect with, maybe just to have a simple conversation or to walk alongside one another in our journeys while we're here, whether it's for the remainder of time or for a small period of time. I know that we all have instructions. Your ability to properly read and interpret those responsibilities and instructions is based on your ability to tap in. I told y'all the story of how, I spoke tongues at 9. I did not do that on my own. Dreaming of deaths and then them happening, dreaming of certain events and then them happening, having visions, being able to talk to the dead. Like, I am not a witch, I'm not evil, and I most definitely didn't ask for that. So to me, it's kind of like overwhelming. But it's unfair to be ostracized and criticized by people who have no idea what it's like to walk this thing. So many things I want to do, but because I want what God has for me, I won't do it. Because not even just that I'm obedient, but just because I seen what obedience can get me. And I'm no longer of the world. Sure, there was a time when if the enemy wanted to use me, I would not be a willing vessel, but I left myself wide open to be used. I'm pretty sure if God didn't love me, there would be many instances where I would be taking over. My vessel, my mind, my heart, everything would be consumed by darker energies, lower levels, low vibing entities, right? So I just, because I have some things that I'm going to be doing for the community, for the podcast, and I don't want to be out in the community having to have certain conversations. And I know this is probably going to come back up. We all have psychic abilities. We all have spiritual gifts. The more you use them, the stronger they will become, especially when they are used for what the Most High gave them to you for. If God gave you psychic abilities and you're here contacting the dead or conjuring up spirits to make people die before they should, or to steal people's spiritual inheritances, what type of prosperity do you expect to have? I mean, I'm just saying. Right? I'm just saying. Alright, I don't judge, but I'm just saying. Your intentions. I mean well. I mean everyone well. I mean, I have the best delivery. I've been working on that. God has been getting with me on how I respond to things and how I just deliver overall. I'm not exactly happy with how I did everything, but I'm definitely happy that I did it. And I'm grateful. So, yeah. If you think that I'm a fraud, you don't have to tune in. I appreciate it. But that energy I can feel. Trying to do readings and getting into my energy, going to psychics, going to witch doctors, setting up altars, astral projecting, like, just please, God equips his children with gifts to combat exactly what they're experiencing. So if you do recognize that I am, in fact, a genuine vessel for the Most High, and you deem it necessary to spiritually attack me in any kind of way, please understand that your awareness of my anointing or my relationship with the Most High should be the telltale sign to what types of spiritual gifts I may have. Do not test the spirit. Do not test the spirit. It's not good karma for you, okay? If you think that I am a fraud, if you think that I do not know what I'm talking about, I'm lying, I'm making this up, oh, this is nothing, we can Google this information, thank you for the conversation. Tune in, tap in, email me, call in while I'm recording. But don't try to rain on my parade. If you want to judge me or anyone else who is doing the works of the Most High, you need to go back and ask for forgiveness and find out what is going on in your spirit that you deem it necessary to gossip about someone who is doing what God told them to do. Don't be an acting vessel for demons, for bad things to manifest, for attacks to come from you. Your mind is very powerful. What you think and wish on someone can happen, but you need to also be mindful that all of those things come back to you. So just be careful, okay? Watch your eyes, the 2 and the 1. Watch your hands, watch your heart, watch your tongue, watch your feet. And that is it. Okay, I'm going to end it here. I just wanted to make sure that this recording was done before the end of the school year and before I started getting back on camera and before community trip. Y'all, it's exhausting. I have enough to entertain and think about in my personal life, and then when it comes to my assignment that God has, when I am praying and meditating or just spending time with God, or sometimes just minding my business, and then I'm getting downloads of like people insisting that I'm fake. Honey, I didn't ask for this. And to be honest, a lot of this stuff, I don't want it. Like, I'm like, God, can you get somebody else to do it? But it's my assignment. So I accept it, and I accept it willingly. And I am grateful that God chose me and deemed me worthy of his trust and his gifts and his works. And my hands will get dirty, but they will also fight. So, and when I say fight, I don't mean physical, I mean spiritual. Oh, they'll get physical too, but, only when God tell me, what should be happening. So, yeah, I love y'all. Be blessed. Drink your water, eat your fruit and your vegetables. Stay up out of people's business. And, yeah, I hope y'all day was good. And I hope y'all evening is even better in your tomorrows. All right. And I love y'all. Peace.